recorded on October
What's
15th,
Tormach?
2021.
They make some CNC machines, and they said they support right to repair, and one of my subscribers said that they were full of it, that they didn't.
Tormach produced on October 12th, titled
He recorded a phone call with them.
Embraced the right to repair your own equipment, is false and misleading marketing ploy. In their own words, they do not support the right to repair. They do not support third-party repair shops. I know it is 24 minutes long, a 24-minute long recording, but it has to be exposed. Yes, Tormach, the right to repair is board and component level repair.
In 500 feet, turn right onto State Route 101A.
Right to repair is also supporting third-party repair shops making available, not for free, but available, documentation and schematics to third-party repair shops or to the customer if they wish to repair their own equipment and not assume that they can't repair their own equipment.
Now turn right onto State Route 101A.
What it really boils down to is a lot of things, and you alluded to this in your post, which is, we're trying to deal to fix this, and I don't think it was 75 cents. So you're cutting in drastically to the cost of what a customer might pay anyway. And I think, ultimately, they still need a shorter-term solution than what you even posted on that blog. In many cases, it might be repairable instantly. In many cases, it won't be.
Well, like in one case on a version 1.5, a person came to me. They basically, you told them they need a new board because the RJ45 connector was broke. Somehow they, really mangled the RJ, the Ethernet connector.
RJ45 repair should
which, of course, disables the machine because it can't talk. They're like $625. That was $1.25 for that part, and a half hour of labor. And it was up. It was.
I understand that, but you have to also realize that a half an hour of your labor could still significantly reduce the benefit. And so, I'm not disputing.
Oh, he's reaching.
Time and shipping costs. There's all kinds of things, right?
You're reaching.
And I don't necessarily want to muddy the water around here. We just don't. We don't believe that. Because I can only give you my opinion.
You can't make a full sentence.
In my opinion, is it can be very complicated. You alluded to that. I think you put some great details on your blog about, you're waiting.
He got trapped. You can tell. He can't even finish a sentence.
That individual that you're working with compliant. Well, that's great. I mean, awesome. You can wait a month for his machine to be down to get his board back or whatever.
How does it take a month to replace an RJ45? Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh, bro, you foolish. Come on. Come on, man.
Yeah, but the one on my blog is a board I personally bought for myself because
people I fired would not take a month to replace an RJ45.
Yeah, I never work on anybody's equipment unless I know I can fix it. Unless I've messed with the board, I'm not going to go into a board
turn left onto Continental Boulevard.
On somebody's equipment unless it's already beyond repair.
I totally understand.
So that's why it's taking.
Now turn left onto Continental Boulevard.
And I understand your passion for it. I totally respect that. I think that if that's the direction that you want to take your business in or do a side business.
I respect it. I'm just stuck between a rock and a hard place because the owner of this company said they're in support of right to repair, and it's bullshit.
That's as far as it can go is currently, because we don't have anything better. And although you're requesting all kinds of things that are granular, in many cases they're just simply not going to be available right now. So although you can...
Then just say that. Just say, listen, we support right to repair. We released an ad. We don't have everything available. Sorry. We're going to work on it. We don't have it right now. I'm really sorry. Come back later. I can't tell you when. I just work here. But that level of basic honesty, this guy would have probably been happy.
I'm not. And I think that Daniel Roby, our president, would be very supportive of all those things too. But you got to understand that it's not. Some things are just before their time, and you would have never even acknowledged this had that not already come out. So,
okay, and then
I think what you're doing, discussing on the lower level issues, right? Like now
Well, then another issue in the past I had when I was building my lathe, I emailed for a PAR.
Admittedly, this guy's taking up way too much time on the phone. I would have just told the truth so I could get on with my fucking life.
software.
Listen, man. I know he made an ad about it. He doesn't have RJ45 ports in stock. We don't have a schematic, so whoever answered the phone had to just come up with some canned response yet. We're working on it. Listen, we're working on it. Do I have everything? No, I don't. But we're working on it. We're gonna get there. I don't have it all right now. I'm sorry. We're doing better than other companies that sell CNC machines. And that doesn't mean we're perfect, but we're working on it. Like,
that's a good answer.
That would have been an honest answer, and it would have got him off his back. The reason he's not getting off his back is because
said you can only sell them a new drive.
Instead of saying, listen, we just don't have all that yet, we're working on it, and we would like to have that. We just don't have the resources to do it yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. We're going to work on getting all this stuff uploaded. If the customer service person told you we can't give you a schematic because of bloody bullshit canned response, I'll work with him to figure out why he has bloody bullshit canned response.
Yeah. That sounds good.
That would have worked.
Yeah, that would have been a good answer, and you don't have to tell them when the date is going to be. It would just start them off for a
because
little
what he's trying to do is explain, listen, you don't really need that, or that would probably take too long. That would probably take too long, and don't you want your repair to be quicker? Like, see, he started sticking the tip in with bullshit, and he could have just said, listen, like, I do that on the phone all the time. It's like, listen, I wish I had this in stock. I don't, and I'm sorry. Would you like to make some crinkling noises?
What? I'm looking through my bag. You want me to not look through my bag?
Can you look to the part that doesn't crinkle when I'm...
What?
Because you're going to hear that instead of this when I play.
Oh, okay. I won't look through.
It's just the microphone.
I ended up hooking
Now
up
turn right onto Tinker Road.
my drive and copying it over to his drive, to a retail drive.
that's well, okay.
Okay.
I'm not.
So we're not talking nothing proprietary and a config file for the settings of a frequency drive.
Yeah, I understand that.
And anybody with a computer and a $2 RS-422 dongle can program these things.
If that's the problem, you're again assuming things that most individuals don't have an interest in.
Okay, if a frequency drive fails,
most people don't have
they don't
any
want to
interest.
pay $600 for your drive. They want to go. They found one for $250 on Drive's warehouse. They buy it. They call you up for a config file. Can they get the config file?
There's no yes or no answer there. Okay, there.
We don't support Delta. We don't support other drives.
No.
Now
We're talking model for model drive.
Road.
Let me ask you this. If it doesn't work, are you calling me for support?
That wasn't the question, you fuck! That wasn't the question!
No.
Oh, this guy's full of shit.
Because I understand that you have some skill sets that...
If it doesn't work, you call me out. That's not the fucking point, bro.
They can hire you. I'd be happy to recommend you
No.
if you really want
Oh
that.
man,
No.
this is so full of shit.
No, we're talking a basic upload. Connect and upload on a frequency drive.
I'm sorry, y'all there. Okay, that
Model
pissed
for
me
model.
off. I apologize, girl.
Not a Delta, not a Chinese Chicon
You got a
knockoff.
kiss back, I'm happy.
A Unidrive, Emerson drive.
I released a video endorsing this fucking company. I am such a schmuck. Oh my god, I'm a
Who's the
schmuck.
guy? Is he just a customer service rep?
He works high enough at the company to not escalate.
Everything down to the most granular level. Look, you're entitled to your opinion. You can share that opinion.
It's not just his opinion. It's your opinion because the CEO of your fucking company released a video saying that this is his opinion. What is smug?
And everyone.
Not him.
That's okay. I mean, whether or not, it's not my place, even as a technical support manager, to decide for the company, right?
I feel bad for you. And I feel bad for the technical support manager being put in this shit position between the CEO's advertising and the customer. It sucks. He's right. It's not his position as technical support manager. He's a manager. He's not the owner. He's not a board member or whatever. But bro, the position that you're put in sucks. This would be like if I said that we have a station at the store where you could do your own repair and you're welcome to look through our schematics and everything. If I advertised that and then I didn't tell Steve or Paul or anybody else at the store, and people started showing up saying, yo, I want to use your soldering equipment for free. And then Steve started saying, well, no, you can't do that because you don't know how to do it, and what if you break it? And it's like, yeah, but Lewis said you could use it for free. Obviously, I've never said that online. I've never done that before. But if I said that, people would start showing up. And then they would be stuck in this weird position where my boss said this on the internet publicly, but then this is our policy privately. And that's what he's facing. And like, I feel like such a schmuck. I spoke in support of this company. I gotta be more careful when I do that shit. I don't think I can.
Is currently not available. It has to be the answer. Pressing on the issue and saying it should be is your opinion, and you're entitled to that. It really is. It doesn't mean that because we announce something that we really truly believe in, that it has to be 100% what you believe in. And I don't know.
Well, right to repair is right to repair when it comes to fixing things, not just board swapping.
Yes, correct.
And you will not have any other, I don't think you're going to have much more success with any other kind of machine tool manufacturer.
Oh, yes, I have.
That's not the point. That's not what you advertise. Listen, it doesn't matter. Okay, you're not going to have success with anybody. The point, listen, you could say at that point, listen, we're trying to do something that everybody else has not done yet. And I'm sorry that we haven't lived up to it yet. We screwed up, but we're working on it. But we would like to live up to this ideal. And we have this ideal. I apologize you haven't gotten this stuff in the past. Here's why we're not set up for it. Like, do that. Don't say, well, you're not going to get better anywhere else. Oh, come on. This is what you advertised. And like, it would be one thing if they weren't blatantly going out of their way to say, we support this, we believe in this. But they did, and they released a video on it. So it's...
Now bear right on to Manchester
Yes, I have, sir. Yes, I have. Even Louis Rossman said made a short on it because I contacted Miller Welders.
I've never made a short on anything in my life.
I had a plasma cutter and I needed a schematic.
I think I did.
I got the schematic. Boom. They had a proprietary part number in there. I emailed them back. Said, hey, this is the Miller part number.
People
it's
cite me
not
now.
available.
I feel famous.
Do you have a DigiKey or a Mauser or whatever? And they gave me the Vichy number of their proprietary part number. They gave me the schematic. They gave me the Vichy number. That is.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. There's thousands.
So you can't say that I won't find
in
any
500 feet, turn left onto Henri Aberg Highway.
You won't find any place. I'm saying you'll find plenty of others that
Now
simply
turn
can't
left
move
onto
forward.
Henri Aberg Highway.
We do have the right to repair any General Motors vehicle, but I really doubt they're going to give you what you want for the circuit boards that run that vehicle.
Oh no.
Well, if your parameter files go out and if you want to swap your ECM
You're not a mechanic,
and
man.
change your parameter files over,
you want to do that?
they're more than happy to sell you a subscription online if you have a Tech 2 to download, enter your VIN number, and download all your parameters. They have no problem doing that. I've done it.
You know how to do that?
I know how to do that.
He fucking.
I have a Tech 2.
He keeps cornering himself.
Toolbox
500
specifically
feet,
for that
turn
because I need
right
to
onto
replace the
Congress Street.
ECU and body control module on my Hummer H2.
Well, if you're in business for it,
Now turn right onto
Well, no, I'm not in
Congress
business
Street.
for that. That's just that was just I'm a general consumer.
It's not even. I feel bad. I didn't even. Here's the thing. When other people on YouTube do endorsements and they fuck up and they endorse something that winds up not being true or not being as advertised, at least they got paid for it. What makes me a true schmuck here is I did an endorsement of a company and I didn't even get paid. I didn't even get compensated for it. I just did it because I thought they were telling the truth and I thought it was cool. Like, at least with NordVPN, those people can say, I got $3,000 for advertising a VPN service that was insecure. At least there was some money in it for it. I'm a schmuck.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Greeley Park.
why not? You have the right to repair your vehicle.
Well, I repair when it breaks and I can repair it if they let me.
Okay, so now we're talking the same language, right? Because not everyone can repair them.
Now turn left onto Greeley Park.
Well, it don't matter. The people that can repair them should be able to have access to it.
But that's subjective. what you're talking about is a very subjective topic. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not,
no, that's your advertising,
It's
man.
not listen, it's not my place as a technician or a manager to determine whether or not that person wants or needs it, or if in fact they can do it.
Now turn right onto Greeley Park.
At this moment,
Missed it.
there just isn't anything that I
In
can
500
give you that's
feet,
going to help
turn
you,
left onto
other than
Beeson
tell you
Street.
that our current right to repair model is we supply parts for you that are factory ready.
Now turn
and
left
we'll get your
onto
machine up and
Beeson
running
Street.
to stop the loss that you may be incurring.
But shouldn't somebody be able to choose what technician they want to repair that item? Say if the control board comes out, do they have to buy one from Tormach, or can they choose somebody to go out and repair it? And is Tormach going to support the repair facility to be able to get the documents
Really
to
is.
repair that board?
If the repair facility has the capability to do it, I can tell you that we don't generally get any kind of requests. Now, that said, I don't know because we don't support what it's
So the answer is no.
In
You will not
500
support
feet,
a
turn
repair
left onto
facility
Seward
by
Terrace.
providing the documentation to repair your boards.
Oh, shit.
The answer is I don't know because it is very subjective and it's very specific. So, if
That
you're
is,
talking about like opening it up to the world to program their VFDs and possibly maybe make a mistake or
Now
do
turn
something
left
wrong.
onto Seward
Oh,
Terrace.
now it's a safety issue.
Oh, you just pulled it.
I'm sorry?
Now you're pulling the safety issue card.
Bro.
It's not safety. It's liability. It's do you know for a fact it will work? Who's going to support that?
The person, whoever's programming it.
Now he's pulling shit out of his ass.
Okay, so are you going to pay us for that? Well, look, we don't charge for service. We don't charge for the service. We don't charge for talking to you right now. It's absolutely free.
Right. So if a customer buys an exact drive, they call you up and say, "I want to program my I need a parameter file for this drive I bought. It's an exact make and model, identical. Other than that, the serial number's different.
Now turn right onto
And they
Greeley
want to
Park.
program it. You won't give them that because you think you're going to have to support it.
Well, I can tell you from my experience.
Now
They
turn
will
right to
ask
stay on
questions.
Greeley Park.
You're asking questions right now, and I'm supporting you because of your inquiry on what we're doing. So the answer is yes.
Well-
The answer is yes. We're always going to talk to you. We're always going to try to be cordial. We're always going to try to help you. But there's limitations, and I'm not going to say to go on record to say that I know every permutation of every question that's ever going to be asked, or in fact, if I can deliver. So it's not my place to tell you definitively, this blog. And by the way, if you're recording this, I've never been notified that you're recording this. Okay, so if you plan on using that,
I'm sorry. I'm in a single party state here. We can
You got
record if we want.
I love that.
Only one person knowing it. So,
He got him
I've never
again.
notified any person that you've been recording.
I know.
So
You don't have to.
Only
One
one
part to
person
say,
needs to
baby.
know, and I know.
I have no beef with what you're trying to inquire about, okay? So for the record, you asking for this is perfectly, absolutely okay with me. It really is. What you have to accept is that in not every case am I going to have an answer for you, okay, that's acceptable to you. Listen, I apologize for that, but right now...
Well, you're doing this big you're doing this big marketing thing on Tormach supports the right to repair, but if you're not going to support it,
I think you can drive
and
right
its
through, yeah.
spirit,
No, hang on, because if you're recording this, they should hear this.
Okay.
This is your perception of what this means, right?
well, you basically flat out just told me that if a repair shop wants to repair your boards, you're not going to provide them documentation.
You never have our company come out and said anything along the lines of that.
You just said
Okay.
if you will not give them parameter files for a VFD if a customer.
We'll do the VFD and you can have whoever you want to install it. Yes, that's correct.
So you won't give the parameter files to the customer if they want to take their own responsibility and program their own replacement VFD?
Not currently. That's above the scope of what most people will want to do and can do. Now, you're outlining a very distinct, very select group of people that might be able to do this. And so what you're really trying to press on is right to repair, in your opinion, is much more granular than what Tormach is advertising. And that is totally okay.
Yeah, it's much more granular than what they are advertising, and perhaps they should be somewhat clear about that. Mr. Clinton had schematics and die on that t-shirt for a reason. Schematics or die, Erica. What do you think? Are you with Mr. Tormach or the guy calling in to complain?
I think the Tormach individual should have definitely shortened it a lot and just said, at this time, this is our position, this is where we stand, and we have chosen not to do this, or we have not uploaded this or this, but I'll make sure I'll discuss it in our next meeting.
Listen, we don't, this call could have been ended with, listen, we have an ideal, we're not living up to this ideal to the point that you're happy with it. Let me take your criticisms and things. Let me talk to the owner. Listen, I'm sorry. We don't have what you're asking for. And I can't tell you at this time why we don't have that. And you're right. We have an add up with that. Can I get back to you? But instead, he cornered himself.
Or better yet, well, I'll discuss it, and then, we'll see what happens.
Because when you come up with stuff on the fly like that, you wind up bullshitting yourself and everybody else.
Yeah, you trap yourself in a corner.
He really fucked himself.
Yeah.
Well, I learned my lesson. Not endorsing shit anymore. Not endorsing things in fields that I don't know about. So I wanted to issue my apology for that misleading video that I did. I did a video on this company saying how happy I was when I saw their advertising materials. That video is misleading because I did not have enough knowledge to know that they were being misleading. I will link to the gentleman's video with this phone call down below. If you have any questions, you can ask him. I didn't make this phone call. He did. And I don't use CNC machines. Again, I apologize for the misinformation. See y'all later. I'm going to go enjoy a park.